If your outfit is 100, but your grooming is a 5, the entire outfit is a minus. Because this is your circle of influence. This is going to talk so much about you.
Ishita is India's leading image consultant and personal stylist.
I think one of the mistakes that I have seen guys making is going on dates without grooming. I wouldn't want to sit and think, when was the last time this guy went to bath? So your dressing speaks before you speak.
Yeah.
So it's important that when somebody sees you, they know that, okay, this is who you are. How somebody else perceives you also can come from colors. So let's say Narendra Modi ji, right? He'd wear so many whites and blue. US president while the rallies were going on. Dressing is so much to do with balancing. You can look the way you want to every single day, and it doesn't take more than 10 minutes, trust me.
Oh, really?
It doesn't.
It sounds like very complicated.
It is not. It is just so easy.
Look good, feel good, they say. But how important are your fashion choices and your appearance in your dating life? Today, I've brought with us Ishita Saluja. Ishita is India's leading image consultant and personal stylist. She's also the co-founder of Style Babe Academy. She's also a TEDx speaker, has been published in many prestigious magazines and publications, and has a massive following on Instagram and YouTube. Just a testament to your leadership and your sort of community building in this space. So we're very pleased to have you on. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Chandra, and thank you for inviting me. I think it's really important and that we talk about how clothing impacts us and how we are perceived.
Absolutely. So I want to start by understanding what is the connection between your personal style and your confidence, and as a result, the sort of image that you project to prospective dates or people that you're meeting.
Okay, so let's look at it in a very simple way. When we talk about personal style, we really need to remember that we are talking something very personal. So there are two things simultaneously that are happening when we dress up. One, how we feel. Two, how we are perceived. And by perceiving, I do not mean judged. Let's assume you and me are sitting right now having a cup of coffee, and a beautiful girl passes by and she's wearing this very pretty dress, soft hair, and this girl is walking in a very graceful way. And I look at her and it's like, Chandra, just look at her, how elegant she's looking.
Wow.
Right? And now think of somebody who's walking and she's wearing a nice crisp suit. It's black and white and she's got this crisp hair. She's carrying a nice laptop bag and we're like, oh, she's so authoritative. She must be a CFO. Now you think of it, we're not judging them. We're just perceiving them. Why? Because they are dressed up in a certain way. So while we are dressing up for our dates or when we are going out on, a potential date or marriage proposal, it's very important that you understand how you want to feel, because that is going to make you feel very confident and how you want to be perceived. Right. I call them the 3 style core words. You can choose any 3 style core words which resonate with you.
I see.
Right? For example, let's talk about Malaika Arora. What do you think are her style core words?
Athletic, sporty, sexy, yes.
Yeah. So those are her keywords. Even when she's going to the gym, she's looking sexy.
Yeah.
And whatever 2 other 3 core words that she has, she'll always have those in mind. Similarly, when you think of yourself, we need to think of those 3 core words that is going to define our style most of the time. And of course, we can keep changing here or there, but these core words are going to make you feel very empowered because you know that these are your own. And that is why we call it personal style, right? Your dressing speaks before you speak.
Yeah.
So it's important that when somebody sees you, they know that, okay, this is who you are.
I see.
Right?
Very interesting. So in a marriage or like a matrimonial setup, are there particular qualities that you'd advise, you'd want someone to convey?
Most of the times I feel both men and women, they end up dressing as to how will they like to see me. But what if you are not confident or comfortable in that particular style or outfit?
Right.
So I think when you're going for matrimony setup or the arranged marriage setup or dating, for that fact, you're meeting somebody for the first time, I want all the girls particularly that you portray who you are through your dressing rather than pretending to be somebody else, and that you won't be able to carry on for longer, right? So whoever is watching this, I think go back, sit down, take out a lot of words, find your key 3-4 words and open your wardrobe and see what do you resonate with.
That's awesome. That's really helpful. I think using these tools and frameworks can help people make better decisions, more aligned decisions with like who they want to be and what they want to project. And I've never really thought about that in that way. So thank you. What would you say are the most common missteps or mistakes that people make when putting together an outfit?
If your outfit is 100, but your grooming is a 5, the entire outfit is a minus. Because this is your circle of influence. This is going to talk so much about you. It's important to understand what you are going to wear, because that is going to be a complete package. But if you think I can ignore the grooming part, I feel specifically for guys, like girls are still very particular how their hair is looking, if their eyebrows are done, if they're putting a little bit of makeup. So much important. Nails.
Really?
Yeah. So I think one of the mistakes that I have seen guys making is going on dates without grooming. How your beard is looking. When was the last time you got a haircut? Or when was the last time you got a manicure?
Yeah.
It is so important. And these are the things that really would attract you to somebody.
Yeah.
Smell good. Are you like just spraying everything at one go so that the other person faints? No. This is also a part of styling.
Part of the aura.
Absolutely. Right? I wouldn't want to sit and think, when was the last time this guy went to bath? So, right? So these are deal breakers, I feel,
Big
for
time.
both men and women, but particularly men.
Big time.
They really need to, I call it a 60-second rule. Look in the mirror non-stop, like just put a timer. And if there's something not right, trust me, you're going to identify it.
Interesting.
You will make snap judgment about yourself before anybody else
Yeah.
can. I think that is very important.
And also doing enough like work in terms of figuring out what looks good for you, right?
Absolutely.
Like if you're a guy and you're getting a particular haircut, really understanding what's going to best complement my features, what's going to best accentuate and highlight the parts of me that I like best.
Absolutely. And that's why we get influenced very easily.
Yeah.
The Virat Kohli cut. All the guys were looking similar. And
I know, trust me. So many dates. Like, didn't I see you yesterday? You really emphasize authenticity. You really emphasize expressing your individual
own
style. At the same time, like, are there some universal principles about how to appear approachable? So, how do I find that balance, and what are the things that I can do to still appear approachable while remaining authentic to myself?
Okay, it's a very interesting thing. So there's something called fashion psychology.
Yes.
Right? Fashion is just not wearing clothes. It's so much to do with your own psychology and how other people perceive you. So colors are very interesting. And how somebody else perceives you also can come from colors. So let's say Narendra Modi ji, right? He'd wear so many whites and blue. US president while the rallies were going on. Blue ties, white shirt. Think of it why. Because colors can impact how the other person is perceiving you. So color white is for peace and blue is for trustworthiness. Right? Red is for bold. So if you're going on a date and I want to make sure that the guy likes me, try to wear red. It's called the red effect, right? You want to seem more approachable, yet a little bit, wear black. It's power. So colors have an effect how somebody else looks at you. There was this client of mine, Chandra, and she was at a very high position. And again, she used to dress up in these very nice blazers all the time, like straight pants. She was then going to get married and we were working on her style. And I was like, Ishta, I'm going to meet this guy. It's like, great, what are you wearing? She's like, oh, I'll just go from the office. I was like, I was like, it's great you want to show power there. Also, I don't want to take that away from you. You can look powerful in other ways. It's like, but we do not want to intimidate somebody. If you want to make sure that the guy rejects you, go ahead, wear a nice black suit, sleek hair, and make sure that cortisol is released and he's like, thank you. But if not, then how about wearing something very softer, colors that are actually going to make you feel more approachable? And she did try that. So we kept her style. We did not take away from who she was, but at the same time, just changed some colors, changed a little bit style of what she was wearing, and then she started to see the difference in how she was walking as well.
So
this is what colors can do.
That is so interesting. I've never thought about that, and I think it's so important to remember that within your personal style, you can still toggle or play with color based on the impact that you'd like to have.
Absolutely.
Right? Like, you don't have to compromise on being who you are. But today I would want to appear more feminine because I'm meeting someone and I want him to like see me in that light, you know, or I'm going into like a really important business meeting and I want others in the room to feel that sort of commanding presence. There was a study that men were actually more likely to spend more on a date if the woman was wearing red.
The red effect.
Exactly. And I thought that was so interesting. It makes me think of all the brands that use red because, again, it makes
Orange,
people
red.
spend more. Like, they literally spend more. Are there any suggestions or tricks people can do to dress in a way that complements their specific body type, right? Like, I may not take the same silhouette that Malaika Arora is gonna wear, right? Because I think a lot of times the tendency is to just cover up, wear something loose, wear something baggy. But is there something more that people can do?
Of course. First of all, it's important to love who you are.
Yes.
Specifically women, because the hormones are crazy, the life cycle is crazy, and the weight fluctuations are crazy. I think women get into this cycle very easily, and then they start wearing baggy clothes. And I'm not against baggy clothes. I think they look fun. But again, how do you want to feel and be perceived? Because oversized, easy peasy clothes are going to make you look more casual. And also try this. Wear shorts, wear like loose t-shirt and walk on the street and watch yourself. Just yourself. Forget what people are looking at you or not looking at you. You will see you're walking very casually. Your body language is very casual. Now wear something structured, add a belt, wear heels and then walk. You will walk like you own the world. So I think these small things are going to change the way you also look at your body. Just balance it. How do you balance it? Look at your body from up and top. So if you're triangular shaped body, possibility is that you're smaller from here and bigger from here, right? All we need to do is just balance this. Either we make this bigger and cinch the waist. And when I say cinch, I don't mean wear tight clothes. Just wear something which is tailored. You see, now your body is balanced.
Yeah.
Right? So these small things, it's all about balancing. Dressing is so much to do with balancing. And then just the right footwear and a little bit of grooming. And you can look the way you want to.
Yeah.
Every single day. And it doesn't take more than 10 minutes. Trust me.
Oh, really?
It doesn't.
It sounds like very complicated.
It is not. It is just so easy.
Understood. Yeah, I think it can feel very overwhelming to pick out like an outfit every single day or every time you need to go out on a date. So I think if you have something simple and go-to that you can iterate on and you can put your own flair on every day, like that takes so much of the decision fatigue out of it.
And the biggest problem is because half of us would have a wardrobe which doesn't go with our style, doesn't go with our current weight. And everybody would say, oh God, you have so many clothes.
And nothing to wear.
Nothing to wear. Why? Because you were not the same person that you are today 5 years back.
Yeah.
The clothes wouldn't resonate with you.
So that just like goes back to the importance of also like refreshing your wardrobe.
Declutter.
Just as much as you're growing as a person.
And it is important that we consider fit as one of the most key factors while dressing up, because that is again a deal breaker. Because think of it, if you're wearing this uncomfortable tight jeans and you just keep sitting like this, you'll put a cushion on your stomach. You'll not be confident.
Yeah.
When you're not confident, it is very automatic that you'll sit like this. And then again, this doesn't give out a great impression because you're losing your confidence there.
Yeah.
You want to sit upright, talk like you're very confident, and that would come from the right fit of the clothing as well.
Yeah. I have kind of a different type of question. Like, are there any things I should look out for that are like signifiers of something I should avoid? Like essentially red flags in someone else's fashion sense. Does that say something about who they are and who they might be as a possible future husband?
I say always look at the do's more than don'ts.
Sure.
Right? If the person is well groomed, if the person is wearing the right fit, you'd see the attention to detail, right? And you would understand, okay, this person really knows how to take care of themselves, or they give importance to dressing up as well. It is a green flag.
And also the effort that they would put into meeting me, like the seriousness with which they've shown up, how much do they care about meeting me, right? They probably are thinking, not a
Okay,
big
how
deal,
does it
not
matter?
a serious setup.
Yeah. So I think that is something that you should look for in a guy when you're meeting. If he's made that effort, if he's thought about what am I wearing, right? If I am feeling confident in it, most importantly, and just not wearing those flashy logos all over just to impress a girl.
Oh my god, I have so many stories.
And maybe it's their personal style. I can't really say it's wrong, but I just feel like it is important to address, and that's when they're dressing to impress you.
So can you share a few interesting client case studies that you've had, especially with individuals who may be going through the matrimonial or dating landscape?
Okay, let's call her Ananya.
So.
And Ananya is this artistic woman. Now, the thing is that she was not really confident in her body. And she started wearing these baggy clothes. And she had a good wardrobe, just by the way. When I visited her wardrobe, I realized she has great colors. But when she used to go on these dates, she used to pick up only neutrals, oversized cardigans, oversized jeans, and not really bothering with the understated luxury, not using the right shoes. So I realized that when she used to talk to me about her dates or meeting people, she would say that they would look through me. Right? And I used to ask her that I'm fine, Ananya, if you're wearing this. I'm absolutely all in. But do you feel confident in this? And she said that this is a shield. I'm just trying to cover myself. Then we had to work on certain things, her mindset, her core words, right? We really worked on her grooming. Like I said, the understated luxury. We've changed her grooming. And then we started working on her styling. And it's like, I'm not going to shop anything for you. And there was this beautiful wrap dress, silk wrap dress that was lying in her wardrobe. And I said, it's time that you start wearing it because now you know who you are. Right? Now we have taken off that shield and now we're going to embrace who we are. So she had a date, I think 2-3 days later. She had groomed herself. She wore something that not only made her feel confident, but it wasn't her shield. It was more like her armor. Right? And she called me and she's like, this guy cannot stop complimenting me. And Ishita, I feel so confident right now. Like I can do a little dance and I won't care who's looking at me. That's about this cute little artist and how she completely found her new self.
Yeah, that's so inspiring and beautiful. It must make you feel so fulfilled knowing the impact that you're
100%.
making. So this is a smooth lead into talking a little bit about Style Babe Academy. What is it that you all do there?
Okay, so Style Babe Academy is an institute or is an academy where we train men, women, both to become personal stylists. Now, we did realize that there was a very big gap in the market where people are looking for personal stylists, but there are few credible personal stylists where the world is ready to change the way they look and feel and they're looking for guidance. And there are not enough people who can do that. So we curated a course through my experience, through Varun, my co-founder and husband, and we curated this program called the Stylepreneur. It's like one part of our company is helping women become powerful, and there's another part where we are giving people very, very credible personal stylists.
Right.
So this is what Style Babe Academy is all about.
That's amazing. It's almost like you're multiplying the impact you can have by creating so many people who are going to take your lessons forward.
Absolutely.
Amazing. I'm actually going to go on a date later today, and I want you to help me, give me an evaluation about my style and my grooming and my self-presentation. I have some time. I can still make some changes.
Great. Let's do that.
So this is the outfit that I have chosen for my date, and I want your brutally honest outfit breakdown analysis.
Okay, so we're going to start from the beginning, the 3 core words, right? We remember that. So now looking at the dress, I'm assuming your keywords. Let me know if they're same or not. Somewhere close maybe. Sexy?
Sure.
Put together?
Okay.
Elevated? Sophisticated?
I think I do want to give off a vibe that I take care of myself. I'm a bit polished. I'm a bit refined.
Completely checks that. Now, going to the color. It's all black from top to bottom, what we also call a monochromatic outfit, and that is associated with more elevated and polished look. So we are also completely good to go there. Another thing that I feel is very interesting, that you're trying to break the entire black color with a little bit of gold here, and it is matching with the earring, which is again a good sign. One quick thing, what I think, the watch is a little too loose, right? It'd be even better if you could have a fitted watch, so it's not moving. It can be a little distracting. And again, the agenda is very put together and elevated, and this can look a little casual.
Sure.
So let's be aligned in all the elements, going back to our words, right? And maybe if you want, you can skip the longer earrings, because I do see a little bit of silver, which is not a problem. Maybe we can keep it smaller and add a little bit of necklace. Nonetheless, this is not wrong. This is perfect. I just like to tweak this. I love the entire black outfit. I love that slit. I think it's elevating your entire look. One quick thing, the effort and the grooming principle, I think we can do a little bit with hair, because they're a little bit of frizzy, they're looking all over. It's working on you, maybe because you have that very soft personality. So I'll give that to you. But as a general rule, let's just have neater hair so that you feel more confident, more sexy, more elevated, more put together. But I think overall, it's a 9.5 on 10.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm excited. All right, time to make a great first impression. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Ask the Expert. I know I certainly learned a lot. If you enjoyed this episode, do be sure to hit subscribe, share it with your friends so they can elevate their style and image as well, and leave in the comments what other questions we should ask Ishita next time. Thank you so much, Ishita, for joining us. You can find Ishita at on all her social media channels at Ishita Saluja Image Consultancy on YouTube and Instagram. Thank you, Ishita.
Thank you so much, Anda. It was a pleasure talking, and it didn't feel like a podcast. It just felt like I was chatting with a friend.
Yes.
And I think thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.